Welcome to Bowling Green, Kentucky at L.T. Smith Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Sam Houston State Bearcats and the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
Checking in with the Hilltoppers head coach before the game. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. Deep in the end zone, it's Meadows. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Looking for room, it's Moore. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Opening drive of the game, and they're facing 3rd and 1. From the gun on 3rd down, Holstein. Out wide right, it's Farmer. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
There's some room. Touchdown, Sam Houston. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tells the run, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Drops back, it's Spurns. Right side, it's Peters.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. He's going to run it. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that third and long.
Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Taylor. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Trying to establish the run. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
They'll go to the air on third and short. Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be fourth down. The Hilltoppers decide to punt it away. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Catches it at the 15. Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for a crease. There he goes. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. And when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
And that's the second time today, man. Like, you see, it looks like he's going in fast forward. He's got some jets, man. This guy can really, really move. This offense does such a nice job of finding creative ways to get him the football. And we've already seen it today. A couple of explosive plays, and they're going to continue to feature this young man.
Finding some room. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Hilltoppers offense ready to start this drive. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Motion from the wideout. Plows through the defense. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the back. Breaks into the open. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, the defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
He is snowed under nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Extending the play. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Changing the routes with his receivers. Looking downfield, it's Burns. They're all over him. He's on the move. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Sam Houston has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped down to an impressive start. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Dead center perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll bring it out. It's Meadows. He gets a block. He's out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Maybe another step, another block, and he gets more, but the offense will take over there. Sam Houston State's offense taking the field to start this drive. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Here's Holstein to throw. He wants to go deep. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Bearcats. And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Western Kentucky will start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. This is a huge drive for this offense, down 21-3 and needing to get back in the game. Turning it on. He's got enough. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Back to throw, it's Burns. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Hand off from the shotgun. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Booster! Ready, go!
Second down, gonna throw it. Throws to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Taylor. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Now from inside the red zone. Escapes the pressure to his right. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. It's complete on the right side. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. And the Hilltoppers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal.
Here we go!
Here's Brown. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Marches ahead. Stopped right there. The Hilltoppers come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be fourth down.
I like the decision by the quarterback there because it's third and short. You're in field goal range. Can't take a sack and knock yourself out of that field goal range, and you certainly don't want to force the football into traffic, risking an interception. Throw it away. Now you can kick the field goal if you want to.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Out wide right, it's Taylor. And they'll get the ball back, stopping him short of the first down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
The Bearcats offense out there to go on the attack. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
And the number one thing I'm thinking when I'm backed up like this is don't get a negative play. Create some space. Nice job by the offense. Nice run.
And as soon as you squirt through that hole, you can make a big play, and that's what they did there. On first down from their own 22. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They want to run this quarterback. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Uh-oh, look out. Oh, he's got some space. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Working the ground game. They were all over it. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Finds his big tight end. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Right side, it's Middleton. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Bearcats are in the hurry up.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide. Spread the formation. Find the map.
Touchdown, Sam Houston. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Burns. Buying time to his right. A little release to the back. He'll be dropped. And the Hilltoppers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Unloads to the wideout. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Hauls it in. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
It's complete to the left. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's get things popping this week with Kentucky taking on the number 10 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And it's Kentucky with a double-digit lead. You can't count out the opposition, but I'd say the defense looks awfully stout so far.
The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. The Hilltoppers in the hurry up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Moves the pocket. It's Burns. Firing to the right, complete. Still on his feet at the 45. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Here's a little room there. He now has 85 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Brown. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. 2nd down to the air. Out wide right, it's Howard. And after the explosive run, giving this offense a little bolt of energy, he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
They'll run with Brown. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Left side is Howard. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Running inside, it's Coleman. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's James. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun on 3rd down, Holstein fires to the wideout. Out wide left, it's James. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath.
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Throwing, Holstein. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. The 50. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
Play action on 1st down. Rush right in his face. He sacked this defense all over him.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
And the Hilltoppers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll try the left side. Defense all over him.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play.